children. I am sending you a video today because we can't be together for the next couple of days, but I wanted you to know that I'm thinking of you and I wanted to share with you a story. This is a book that we read a lot at my house, and because I know so many of you enjoy learning about firefighters, fire trucks, and watching them drive by our school when we're in the backyard, I thought you might enjoy this book. It's called Big Frank's Fire Truck. That's the title of the book. Remember, the name of a book is called a title. This book is written by Leslie McGuire, so she's the author. The illustrator, the person who draws the picture, is Joe Matho. So if you look, the illustration on the cover, which is the front of a book, is of Big Frank driving the fire engine. It's 9 o'clock on Monday morning. Big Frank is just getting to work. Big Frank is a firefighter. He works a 24-hour shift. That means he will be on duty all day and all night. So there's Big Frank coming into work at the fire station. There's some other firefighters, and there's the captain. This is the firehouse. This is where Big Frank lives, sleeps, and eats while he's at work. Big Frank checks in and goes over his schedule. At 11 o'clock, he will make a fire inspection at the supermarket. At 2 o'clock, he will visit the elementary school to talk about fire safety. Big Frank has to be prepared for all kinds of emergencies, too. Who knows what will happen during his shift? So see, here's some of the rooms. Here he is talking to the captain, who's telling him what his day will look like. This is the kitchen, where food is prepared. The common room, where the firefighters sit and spend their time when they're waiting for a call, or when they're not eating or sleeping or cleaning or doing other tasks around the fire station. This is the bunk room, where the firefighters sleep when they're at work. And this is these are the fire truck stalls. So here are the different engines. And finally, there's the fire pole. That allows the firefighters to quickly get from an upper level in a fire station down to the fire trucks, so they can quickly get to a call when the alarm sounds in the fire station to let them know there's an emergency. The fire chief asks Frank to fuel up the fire trucks. Big Frank heads for the garage. Big Frank's company has 3 fire trucks. The hook and ladder is used for aerial rescues. There's the hook and ladder. See the ladder up top? The brush breaker has 4-wheel drive and can go where there are no roads. See those big heavy-duty tires? Big Frank drives the pumper engine. The pumper holds 1,000 gallons of water. After he takes care of the engines, Big Frank checks his gear. He wears a helmet to protect his head, a fireproof coat and pants to protect his body, and sturdy boots to protect his feet. He has a wooden wedge for propping open doors and an oxygen pack and mask in case the fires are very smoky. Big Frank hangs his equipment next to the pumper engine. Now he's ready for anything. So there's his fire helmet. This is his fire coat, and then inside of there are his pants, and then there are his boots. There's the oxygen tank and any other equipment he might need. So the other day when we were on the playground playing with the blocks, I showed some of you in our block bin there's a wedge. So a wedge has one side that's larger, and then it goes down to a smaller section so that you could stick it underneath the door to hold the door open. Big Frank sits down with his partner Mike for a cup of coffee. Just then the fire bell rings. At the same time, the lights in front of the station start flashing, and the computer starts printing. Accident at the intersection of Main Street and Laurel Road. Car on fire. So see, that is the bell that rings inside of this station, the alarm to let the firefighters know there's an emergency. So, and this is the fire chief. I mistakenly called him the captain earlier. He's actually the fire chief. He's the man in charge of the station. Mike, Janet, and Gary jump in the pumper with Big Frank. Big Frank turns on the sirens and heads out of the station. Woo! Can you make the fire truck engine siren sound with me? Let's do it again. The fire truck roars down Main Street with the siren going full blast. Cars pull over when they hear the noise, and a policeman waves a big fire engine right through a red light. See, there's the policeman saying it's safe to go through so they can get to the emergency right away. The firefighters arrive at the scene of the accident in less than 4 minutes. That's really fast. The first thing Big Frank does is check to see if anyone is hurt. He's glad that he has his paramedic training. That a paramedic is someone who can help take care of people that are hurt. For example, in an ambulance, the people who work on an ambulance are called paramedics. And firefighters are also trained as paramedics so that they can help people. One lady has a bad cut on her head. Big Frank bandages the cut, and Mike radios for an ambulance. Meanwhile, Gary and Janet spray the burning car with a special foam made for gasoline fires. The flames go out, and a tow truck comes to haul the wrecked car away. So here's Big Frank helping the woman with her bandages because she was hurt in the accident. Here's Mike calling for the ambulance. And there's Janet and Gary spraying the burning car. See, with that special foam to put out the fire. And back over here, you can actually see the tow truck coming to take away the car. Big Frank returns to the station with the others and fills out his report. He looks at his watch. It's nearly 11 o'clock. He drives over to the quick shop to make his inspection. Big Frank inspects the store's sprinkler system to make sure it is working properly. He checks the emergency doors to see if they will open in case of a fire. He also runs a test of the alarm system. The supermarket has a smoke alarm that rings right in the fire station. Everything looks okay. Back at the firehouse, Big Frank eats lunch with the other 2 firefighters. Then he takes a short nap in his bunk. So sorry, I didn't show you those pictures. So here's Big Frank at the market. He's checking the sprinkler system. Did you know, children, that we have a sprinkler system just like that at our school? So if there was ever a fire, the sprinklers would turn on and water would spray out of the ceiling to put the fire out. That helps to keep us extra safe. Big Frank is climbing the ladder to inspect that. There's the emergency doors. Back at the firehouse, Big Frank eats his lunch with the other firefighters. See? Then he takes a short nap in his bunk. At 2 o'clock, Big Frank and Mike drive the pumper engine over to Niceview Elementary School. Big Frank and Mike talk to the 2nd grade class about fire safety. Mike tells them that smoke detectors are very important. He shows them how to check their smoke detectors at home. Big Frank teaches the class what to do in case of a house fire. He tells them to stay low so they won't breathe too much smoke. So remember that, children. If there was ever smoke in your house, you want to stay low to the ground and crawl on the ground. There'll be more fresh air down there. Then he tells them how to stop, drop, and roll. That's what people do if they get any fire on their clothing. When they roll, it puts the fire out. On the way back to the station, a call comes in over the radio. Brush fire at Dairy Hill. Big Frank turns the pumper around and heads for Dairy Hill. He and Mike will meet the rest of the company there. Big Frank is worried. There hasn't been any rain for a long time, and the wind is blowing. This could be a bad fire. So here's Big Frank and Mike getting the call coming in to tell them that there's a fire. Here they are turning around to rush to the scene of the fire. Big Frank and Mike reach the fire a little after 4 o'clock. They go right to work. They spray water around the edges of the blaze to keep it from spreading. The wind blows and sparks fly through the air. When the rest of the company arrives, the fire chief tells Janet and Gary to hose down the roofs of the nearby houses. That will help keep the sparks from setting the houses on fire. Here they are. Here they are spraying the water on the roofs of the houses. At nightfall, the wind picks up speed. Suddenly, the fire goes out of control and races toward the forest. The fire is too big for one company to handle alone. Big Frank radios for help. 2 more companies are on their way. Big Frank knows all the firefighters in the other companies. He's worked with them many times. Together they make a good team. By midnight, they have saved the nearby houses from catching fire. They have headed off the blaze to the north, south, and east. But the fire is still spreading west through the trees. Even the brush breakers can't keep up. Big Frank calls in a squad of special firefighting helicopters. Soon they're whirring overhead. Here they are, dropping water onto the fires. The firefighters battle the blaze from the ground. The helicopters drop chemicals from the air. So it's actually special chemicals that they drop to help put out the fire. Finally, after 14 hours, the fire begins to die out. The worst is over. Big Frank is tired. No wonder, it's nearly 6 o'clock in the morning. As soon as the next shift of firefighters arrives, Big Frank and his company head back to the firehouse. Back at the station, Big Frank helps wash down the trucks. They're sooty. That means they have little pieces that were in the smoke that got left on the vehicles. It's called soot. Big Frank is dirty too. He has ashes all over him, even in his hair. Big Frank jumps in the shower. Then he puts on clean clothes and eats a big breakfast. It's 9 o'clock on Tuesday morning. Big Frank's shift is over. See, here they are cleaning everything up after the fire. Big Frank waves goodbye to the other firefighters. He can't wait to go home. He can't wait to hug Amber and little Frank. Big Frank will have 2 days off to spend with his family. Then he'll start another shift, fighting fires and helping everyone's family stay safe and sound. That's the end of the book, friends. I hope that you enjoyed it.